Let me just listen. I got it. Here we go.
Welcome to Unwanted Sound. I'm Jared.
I'm Radomir.
And you're listening to episode 6.
So Jared, why have we not uploaded more episodes recently?
Well, we haven't recorded them.
We need to give a shout out to KT from Breakfast with Kings.
KT.
He shouted out our podcast on his podcast, and now we're doing
shouting out his podcast on our podcast.
Right.
How do you get to his podcast?
If you want to type while listening, it's hrpod123.podbean.com. Or you can click on the link that's available with this episode. Social media announcements. We have a Reddit account now.
We have a Reddit account. We have our own subreddit.
Yes, it's very exciting.
/r/
Unwanted Sound. We have a correction.
A correction?
We have a correction.
About what?
My friend Kevin tells me that he found out Mahler's symphony that he thought was Death in Venice was actually Symphony Number 5.
Yeah.
And it was used in the movie Death in Venice, which is a film from 1971.
Sure.
So when he listened to a thing expecting it to be about Death in Venice, and it wasn't, it was boring, but that's because he was just listening to the symphony. He re-listened to it now, and he was mentally engaged in work. So he was at the workplace listening to Mahler, and he found it to be not boring.
I thought that announcement was going to be about the Crick and Sarah Boutwell's Nick.
Oh, right, Sarah Boutwell. So she no longer has that.
Crick and her Nick.
Yet she's still not on this podcast. Do we know why?
I'm assuming it's more Crick and her Nick.
She became a godmother.
Who has a Crick and her Nick?
Holding some babies.
Free of all Crick and her Nick.
That's correct.
What about the baby?
Oh, the baby's just fine.
I heard the baby's name was Crick and her Nick.
I have not checked on the baby's name.
Nick and her Crick. What happened to you lately?
I was on the Modern Motion podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Then what?
I was very happy.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, if people want to listen to that, where should they go?
TheModernMotion.com. Modern Motion is an Indianapolis band, and they play music that sounds like it's very fresh, but also heavily influenced by the 80s.
Back in time.
What's really cool is that when we started this podcast, I was only 30, but now I'm 30 and a half.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Do you make nylon panties for men who rob convenience stores?
Are you a local cheese prospector studying meats?
This is your podcast.
Tell me more about these nylon panties for men who rob convenience stores. How can I get some of that?
Yeah, the company's called Smush Nose. Yeah, it's totally legit. Smush Nose nylons.
More smush, less push.
Guaranteed to not give you a crook in your neck. Man behind the counter will say,
"Sir, are those Smush Nose panties? Here's my entire cash drawers amount."
I don't even notice if you had a weapon or not. I have a crook in my neck, and I can't look too well.
This is my social security number. Let's talk about social security numbers. What's yours?
Okay, 314?
No.
Oh. Did you know that? Did you know that Nook Crick was the name of my band in high school?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it was Nook Crick and the Boys.
So next episode, we're going to interview Sarah Boutwell.
First and foremost, we need to put these Nook Crick rumors to bed.
She no longer has neck pain.
Well, I've heard that, and I've heard the other side of the story. That it's constant neck pain. Listen for episode 7 because it's coming quick and it's coming fast and it's coming furious.
We cannot interview Thomas Jefferson because he is busy being an immortal being surviving through multiple iterations of our ever-expanding and shrinking universe.
He's like the Buddha, but presidential.
He's exploring heavy-duty jazz, and we will link to the video that shows this.
He's on to acid jazz now.
Everybody stop. We have a new message on SoundCloud. The message reads, "Hello. I am a beautiful woman who like style and fashion, clots and high heels." Then we have a link for something not on SoundCloud.
Do not click that link.
I
Click it.
I can't.
It might be John Adams trying to talk to us.
It's Thomas Jefferson.
It sounds
John
like
Adams
John
never
Adams,
had a
the second
website.
president. It sounds like something he might say.
John Adams
Read
never
it
had...
again. Read it again.
"Hello. I'm a beautiful woman who likes style and fashion, clots and high heels."
John Adams.
A beautiful woman who like clots?
John Adams. You think it's the third president of the United States?
Yes, Thomas Jefferson uses the internet. John Adams never used the internet. He was the second president.
That's true. Okay, so Thomas Jefferson, what would he say?
We need to respond to this person as soon as possible, before she dies of a blood clot. I'm gonna respond, "Hello, Thomas. Okay, so we're gonna go to the conversation on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Hello, Thomas.
Oh no!
What?
It's not working.
Oh, they deleted their profile?
Yeah, they must have already deleted this. How do I contact Thomas Jefferson now if I can't respond to this beautiful woman with blood clots?
So why isn't he ever pictured with Clinton and Bush Sr. and
He's
Bush
too
Jr.
busy.
and Obama?
Because photographing presidents started a little after
Who else
jazz.
is alive? Jimmy Carter's still alive.
Thanks for listening to Unwanted Sound. Be sure to check out our website, unwantedsound.com. All of our social media, links available on the website or in all previous episodes. Plus, now we have our subreddit.
And a LinkedIn.
No, we don't have a LinkedIn account.
What?
Yeah, we still haven't made one.
This has been Unwanted Sound. It's almost 40 minutes of material. I don't want to edit all this. I'm going to have to.